We had a student in Texas, African American male, that was trying to get into a PT program in Texas. And I guess this happened probably about 15, 20 years ago. Time just flies. But so this particular student had been a physical therapy aide or technician with the company that I worked for. So I knew this student and how good of a person he was and just how he was. And I was encouraging him to go to PT school as opposed to, I think he was saying kinesiology, he wanted to do this. And I said, what are you going to do with kinesiology? You need to go into physical therapy. And this is when it was still a bachelor's program. No, it might have been, it was a master's by then because I actually served in the House of Delegates when we voted for the masters. So it was master's by then. So I set out to help this student get into a program. So I said, well, okay, you've got good grades. This shouldn't be a problem. So he applied at several programs in Texas. And one of the programs was University of Texas Health Science Center in San Antonio. Well, it just so happened that year, the American Academy of Physical Therapy, we had our national convention in San Antonio. And the professor, the head of that program came to our meeting. And so, and I found out from the student that he had not been accepted. So I just straight up and asked the head of that program, I said, I understand that you had a student to apply, a young man to apply in your program, but you didn't accept him. And by the way, I had seen the student's transcript, so I knew he had the grades. And so I asked him, what was the problem with not admitting this young man? Because not only was he a good student, he had the experience of working in a physical therapy department, you know, so it wasn't about volunteering. He had actually worked with us. So, and I've kind of been advising him, so could you tell me what the problem was with his admission? And the guy kind of stuttered. He said, well, it was something about his grades. I said, well, what was it? Because I saw his transcript. So grades could not have been a factor.